Hello everyone, I am back and I'm at one of our properties today, and I get a lot of DMs on Instagram asking for general Airbnb support. So obviously I answer them, but while I answer them questions, I also have a mental sort of spreadsheet of what I get asked the most. And two things have been popping up a lot recently, and I just thought I'd like to speak about them so I can send this video out, to be honest. But the first thing that I hear a lot is I'm researching whether Airbnb works. Airbnb, rent to rent, short-term rentals, whatever you want to call it, but that's the first thing I hear a lot. The second thing, very similar, is I'm researching a certain area to see if rent to rent works there. Now these are different because one person is seeing if the whole model works, and they don't believe in hotels, they don't believe in other hosts or anything like that, and the other person is simply just researching an area. Now these two fall under the same category, which is I am in my researching phase. Now, that's what they think they're in. What they're actually in is something called analysis paralysis. And I thought I'd speak about that in today's video, to be honest. So what is analysis paralysis? The first thing that I want to say is that it's very, very common, and you could literally be in it right now. This is as I said before, the researching phase. And all this actually means is that you're wasting your time. You're wasting a lot of your time because what you're going to research hasn't been done yet, if that makes sense. Like if you're researching whether your property is going to be booked out 294 days out of the next 365 days, you're never going to find the answer to that. It's not possible. And people fall under this trap where they research, and they never do. And I thought that's a really bad place to be. That's why I'm speaking on it today. So now you know a little bit about what analysis paralysis actually is. It's where you're just stuck researching for no reason. I'm going to go over the effects and how to overcome it. So, the effects of analysis paralysis. The first thing is simple. You will not achieve anything. If you keep researching, you're not doing. You're just knowing all of these stats, and if you're not putting them into action, then nothing's going to happen. So that's the first thing that is quite obvious when it comes to analysis paralysis. And essentially, you're just wasting your time. That's literally all you're doing. From what I've heard and from what people have said to me, literally 30% of the research that people are saying they're doing is useful. The other 70% is pretty much useless. Like, it's literally a waste of time. They're researching, they're so like caught up on whether their property will get booked in the future that they're going into every single detail. It is not possible at all to find out if your property will get booked for a certain amount of nights over the next year. No research can be done to give you an answer, ever. There's no chance that can be done. Anything can happen. You could land a social housing contract. You could land a contract with contractors who stay for the whole year or even longer. You never know what's going to happen. And that's why when they're doing their own research, almost to me, it just sounds like procrastination. And that's what it is. It's just, they're just wasting their time thinking about stuff that they don't even know what's going to happen, and they're thinking about it. What are you thinking about if you don't actually know what is going to happen, if that makes sense? How can you prepare for your property to be booked out for 300 plus nights if you don't even know the future? You don't know what's going to happen. So stop the unnecessary research. It doesn't make sense. You're literally just wasting your time. And I know to say that and to not give you guys any reason or any ways to overcome it is silly, so that's what I'm going to do right now. How do you actually overcome analysis paralysis? The first way is by pinpointing the correct research. Research is such a broad term. If you're researching something, let's speak about rent to rent in particular. If you're researching rent to rent, you could be researching whether it works in your area, and even that's broad. You could be researching whether 2 beds or 3 beds work in your area. Even that's broad. You could be researching whether 2 beds or 3 beds with 1 bath or 2 baths work better in your area and the different rates for them. There's so much that goes into the research, and people are literally just getting caught up in finding out different areas, and they're always looking for if the grass is greener on the other side. They research the area, and then they switch and they go into a different area, then a different area, and a different area, and a different area, and they do the same research for them areas. And it gets to a point where they have so many different options in front of them that they don't even know what to pick. And that is a bad place to be, because you just confuse yourself even more. So the research that you have to do is your job to find out. You need to see what actually what is going to actually not guarantee, but increase the chances of your property being booked out. And that isn't going through all these previous statistics and records and whatnot over like hundreds of years, and finding out the different sort of like people coming in and out and the percentage increase. That's not it. That's not the correct research. That is literally faff. What you want to do is very simple. You want to leverage. As a businessman or woman, you want to always leverage. That's literally your main job. You'll find that leveraging is so important. But what do you want to leverage? You want to leverage the hotel companies who have spent hundreds of thousands of pounds and tens of thousands of hours analyzing the particular area. They've literally done it for you. And what that means is that if you just invest near hotels, you're investing in research that's costed hundreds of thousands of pounds. That's what you're actually doing. And that means that you're leveraging their research to affect your property. So you know for a fact that if you invest near a hotel, you're going to get booked out more than if you invest far away from a hotel. You know that for a fact. You will never ever know how many nights you are going to get booked out for in the next year. And that is the difference between research and analysis paralysis. And on a side note, this exact property that I'm in right now, we actually did the research for it and the numbers weren't looking as good as any other property. But we realized that it's about taking chances. Like, there is a hotel nearby, and that's exactly why we said, let's just go for it. It's not really near the city centre. Instead, it's much closer to hotels, and it will literally work so well. This property, as soon as it was on the market, straight away got bookings like the first day. So literally just go for it. It's not about knowing everything that's going to happen in the future. Just go for it. People going through analysis paralysis will be focused on how much they're going to make in the whole next year. I've had people asking me about tax. If you've not made £1 from Airbnb, why do you care about tax? It does not concern you right now. You need to find out how to get a property and how to make it profitable. That's it. You don't need to worry about tax. You don't need to worry about how many nights it's going to get booked out, this, that. That's not what you need to worry about at all. Like, it's literally just a waste of time. So that's exactly what you need to do. Stop focusing on like contractor research or do contractors work in this area, because you never know. There could be a new building site that comes up next week that's literally a surprise thing and you have no clue about, and there's no way to research it. That could pop up, and then contracts in the area all of a sudden when you thought they weren't. Like, that stuff happens. You could even land again, as I mentioned, a social housing contract. The government could just need people to house, and they could just come across your listing on booking.com or Airbnb, and then when that situation happens, that's stuff that you can't prepare for. So that's why researching into that level of detail is literally just procrastination. Now, I know it sounds like I'm saying that research and due diligence is a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. They are very, very important, but analysis paralysis is bad. Researching is thinking, okay, how am I going to ensure that this property does better than another property? And the way you do that is by investing near a hotel, because they've already done the research for you. Analysis paralysis is thinking, this property may get booked for only 273 nights when I want it to get booked for 285 nights. Oh no, what am I going to do? Go to the next area. Oh no, this is only going to get booked for 264 next area. And then it's the same thing. When you go into the little details of what's going to happen in the future, that is analysis paralysis, and that is bad, because that's only going to cause you to be in the same place in the next year to come. Like, I've had people message me who are in the same position now as they were 6-7 months ago, because they're doing the same thing and they've literally not started. They're just focusing so much on the little details that they're never going to start. And I know it sounds bad, because it's just like, help them, but sometimes like people can't be helped in that regard. Like, I'll send them this video, I'll let them know that you're analyzing too much, and that's when they start to get paranoid. Like, if I haven't analyzed enough, then I don't know if it's going to work, this, that. Like, we have 6 months break clauses in each contract as well. If it doesn't work, and it will work, like, why even put that thought in your head that it won't work? But worst comes to worst, it doesn't work as you expect it to work, leave it in 6 months. That's it. Like, it's literally not that hard. But people get too caught up on the fact, they think that if they take on a property, they have to take it on for the rest of their lives. Not the case at all. Like, take that completely out of your mind. That does not need to happen. It never has been the case, never will be the case. The 6 month break clauses, your property will make money as long as you've done the correct research, near a hotel, city centre, near a beach if there's a beach nearby, near any of the tourist attractions. In London, if it's near any of the stations, the property will do well. That's all you need to know. There's a clear difference, and I hope I've demonstrated that well enough. If I have, let me know in the comments your thoughts and stuff like that. If I have not, let me know in the comments your thoughts and stuff like that. But I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope I've demonstrated the point well enough. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. All support is greatly appreciated, and yeah, see you guys in the next video.